it's the game. It's the hope and it's the glory.
When the
it's
Saints.
the pleasure and
when the Saints.
And a big Premiership Cup. The umpires entering the field right now, and we have field umpires Paul Vaughan, and he's with Anthony Clement. The emergencies Gareth Favern, who has the big game next week in Division 1. On the boundary line is Noel Mortimer, Nick Emery and Ben Manning. And in the goals, it's Brett George and Nick Hooper, with the emergency goal umpire Paul Rapucchio.
It's the hope and it's the glory. It's the pleasure and the pain. It's the game. It's the game. It's the game. It's the game. It's the hope and it's the glory. It's the pleasure and the pain. It's the game. It's the
There you have it, the national anthem. As the crowd roars support for their teams. Tooronga Malvern go into a very close huddle. St Kilda City do the same. And the umpires move towards the centre of the ground. The goalies will go to their respective goals, and we won't be far away from a start in the 2005 Grand Final Division 2.
Should be a great game. Looking forward to it. And umpire Al Clement about to hold the ball aloft, wanting to get the ball underway. Little jostling on the half-forward flank for the Saints. But at the present time, it's umpire Clement who will bounce the ball to start the match.
And the 2005 Division 2 Grand Final is underway. James Head got the first touch on the footy, but St Kilda City bring it out of the centre. Chance here for Ben Zossens. Puts it onto the left foot, straight into the forward zone. But it's Tooronga Malvern back there through the agency of Adam Salmon. He heads over towards Monaghan on the outer half-back flank.
With the left foot, he goes towards centre wing. There's no one home there. He dribbles it towards the boundary line. He's gained at least 50 metres, and the ball will be thrown in. So a pretty clever kick that time to Matty Monaghan.
So the ball about to be thrown back in here. Centre wing, outer side of the ground. Once again clouding over here at Clayton as Monaghan tries to force the ball forward. St Kilda City through Smith, picking it up. Hand pass coming over. Perry Thompson now. He got the hand pass over to Smith again. Is wrapped up in a tackle but got rid of it. Over as far as Zossens for the Saints.
It's on the half-forward flank. They go in hard, picking it up. It's Perry Thompson, but he goes across the boundary line. The umpire blows a whistle and it will be thrown in there. So ball is on the just over the half-forward line for St Kilda City on that outer side. Waiting on the boundary umpire now. Big pack of players there. Head to do the ruck work. He does get the tap down. It goes forward. And then they come away with the ball to the combine. Oh, could have been a high tackle. The umpire has seen it and didn't hear his whistle. But I'm just trying to pick up the player at the present time for Tooronga Malvern that's earned the free kick. He's on the centre wing on that outer side. So just waiting for him to... He can't take the kick. He's going off with the blood rule. It's Al Sweeney, in fact, that is going off the ground with the blood rule. It's copped him high, and there will be a replacement. And just waiting for that to occur. They're a bit slow there in the box. They're waiting for the Sweeney to go right off the ground before the replacement player comes on. That's now happened, and it's John Martin to be the replacement player. He's come off the bench.
And a big cheerio to our own John Martin of Southern Footy Show fame, as the ball is delivered now from the left foot of Salmon right up towards the half-forward line. Jackson's in there. They give the St Kilda City player a bit of a help over the boundary line. The ball goes over there as well. It'll be thrown in. Half-forward flank for Tooronga Malvern, outer side of the ground.
Waiting for the boundary umpire again to throw the ball back into play. Pushing and shoving there. The ball goes to the side of the pack towards the Tooronga Malvern players. And ingoing Matty Stanfield. He couldn't quite get away with the foot. He was wrapped up in a tackle, and the throw-up will take place. It's a half-forward flank on the outer side for Tooronga Malvern.
So just under 3 minutes gone in the Grand Final. Smith leapt high, but Head actually won the tap. Stanfield's got his head over the ball now, but they all pile in. Another pack of players develops, and it'll be a ball up yet again. On the attacking side of the centre square for Tooronga Malvern, still on that outer side of the ground. No score on the board.
Ball thrown high in the air. Up they go. Big Smith gets a big tap down. It was punched forward again. Leading the race is Mark Oram, who sees the ball towards the boundary line, and it'll be a throw in. We're right on centre wing on that outer side of the ground.
So reasonably pedestrian at the moment, neither side making inroads into their attacking zone. Ball's thrown back in. Head won the tap. Sharp by Chris Phelan. Couldn't get his way through that pack of players. It's pretty messy and scrambly in there at the moment as both sides try to gain the ascendancy. Again, a whistle on play. This time a free kick has been picked out, and it's a Tooronga Malvern free kick. And it looks like Monaghan, is it, with the ball for the combine?
He kicks the ball now in towards centre half forward. High flies one and the Saints are up there, and a very good mark taken by Sean Cotter. He plays on straight away to Perry, going towards the half-back flank outer side, and he spots up Steve Rizzio.
So Rizzio now with the ball. In defence for the Saints. Experienced player. Played in their last Division 1 premiership. Boots it high towards the centre wing. McElroy's under that pack of players. Unable to take the ball with Simon Johnson. Tooronga Malvern once again in towards their half-forward line. But back there taking a timely mark was Sammy Needham for the Saints.
He goes across to Fernando Picure. Long drop punt in towards centre half forward. It drops over the back of the pack. Running onto it to Oram. He got tackled. Play on, says the umpire. It's Tasman. Kicks it off the ground. He socketed it through for the first goal of the day to St Kilda City.
Southern Footy Saturday is proudly supported by Aquamax Hot Water Systems. Aquamax, Australian made, Australian owned.
Great goal from Mark Tasman, puts the first one on the board for St Kilda City. They go on to 1 goal, and as yet, Tooronga Malvern yet to score. So a very good piece of play, and you just can't let Mark Tasman loose in that forward line, Darryl.
No, and made the most of that, saw the opportunity, kicked it off the ground and got first blood for the Saints. Umpire Old Clement bounces the footy in the centre, tapped down by Smith. No one able to get a clear position out of the centre though. Little kick off the ground, it's still right in the centre of the ground. Jackson goes in, lays on the tackle. The hand pass coming out there from Simon Campbell, but very, very scrambly in there at the moment. Taking the footy and getting tackled was Sean Cotter. Finally it came out towards Jay Bruno and he's away for the Saints.
Yeah, a bit of space there, but his wobbly kick goes in towards the centre half forward position. In they go. Rizzio's there trying to push it in front of him. Then goes Campbell again. His is a fresh air hand pass. Play on, says the umpire as they go in. Ben Zosens, the small men from the Saints, but it comes out wide, and Mark Oram, another possession to him, getting it across further to his teammate and John Martin. They take it to the boundary line, and it'll be another throw in on that outer side.
Coming up to the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, St Kilda City, 1 straight goal. Tooronga Malvern yet to score. That's on the Aquamax scoreboard.
You're listening to us on 88.3 Southern FM.
As the ball's tossed back in, again Head and Smith do battle. Head won it. They can't get the ball out of that ruck of players though. Still underneath. Chrissy Phelan laying the tackle there, claiming the free kick. Umpire letting it go. Still a pack of players. Very, very congested. No one able to get it out. It's still being allowed to go on, and finally they force it over the line and out for a throw in.
Yes, the umpires are letting it go if the ball's in motion. Although there's a big pack of players and it seems hemmed up, they're allowing the play to continue. Now the ball's thrown back into play. Up they go. Head got the knockout. Big hand pass comes out. Looking for the running Monaghan, but he couldn't pick it up. But it is kicked forward by the Tooronga Malvern combine team to the half-forward flank. Back there's Perry Thompson. He gets possession, and in fact it's a throw, and it's Tooronga Malvern's free kick. It's going to go to Tim Meyer.
7 minutes gone and the ball hasn't come over this side of the ground once. Not once. It's still over on that outer side of the ground. As we wait now for Shane Evans to take the kick for the combine. Long way out from goal. We'll just bomb it high and hope that a combine forward can take a grab. Up they go. Fisted away from behind there by Rick McConkey. Picked up a snap in towards goal for Tooronga Malvern and hits the post to the right. 1 behind only. And that was Coach Mick Johnson bringing up the first score for the Panthers.
Kick comes back into play, out towards Zosens. He plays on straight. Bruno gets a pass off, and he's found his teammate in Fernando Picure. He's towards the centre wing. Punch from behind. In they go again. Salmon kicks the ball back for Tooronga Malvern to the half-forward flank. Up they go, and the mark's been paid, and it's going to go to Evans. Shane Evans.
So good Evans at Shane with the ball. A lot closer than when he just bombed it up there before. He'll kick from the half-forward line proper. Big floaty torp in towards the pocket. Fisted away by the St Kilda City defence. The hand pass coming out towards Phelan. Did it well. Got quick hands and the Saints out of trouble. Only momentarily though, because here's an opportunity for the combine through Stanfield. Chopped it off. Monahan in fact did it well onto the left foot. Back into the pocket. And a good grab down there to Tooronga Malvern. Looks like Tim Mayer has taken a good mark.
Yeah, very good mark. He was a tall man and he stretched up the big long arms and was able to drag the ball back down, and it's a set shot at goal within range, but he's pretty acute really. It's on that outer side and just lining it up now. So Tim Meyer, see if he can bring up the first goal onto the left foot, puts it right into the teeth of goal. The goal umpire straddles the line. It's a goal to the combine. So they go on to 1 goal, 1-7. They hit the front, and it's St Kilda City 1 goal straight.
That's on the Aquamax scoreboard, 9 minutes into the 2005 Grand Final. And the combine having the ball in attack for about the last 3 or 4 minutes. Finally getting that first goal.
Not a lot of system all the same, I don't think, but just the way that they were finally able, with numbers, to get the ball forward.
Ball's bounced in the centre, tapped down by Julia Smith. They can't get it out again. Will kick off the ground by Tooronga Malvern. Saw it spinning in towards the half-forward line. Over the ball was Mayer again. Just flicked it out on that occasion to Jay Baker. The speedy Jay Baker has a long kick in towards goal, and it's a beauty.
That was a great goal by Jay Baker. He was going full tilt. He was on the half-forward flank. He was right near the boundary line, and he just steadied up and went bang, and it was dead centre. A great goal to the combine. That's their second. They go into 2 goals, 1-13. St Kilda City, 1 straight goal, 6 points.
And that's on the Aquamax scoreboard. And by gee, they've started off full of running at the moment. The combine, 2 goals on the board, and we've been playing 10 minutes.
Ball's bounced in the centre of the ground. Up they go. Big Ed. He gets the ball down. He was looking there for Monahan. It went past him, but a long hand pass comes out. That was from Shane Evans. Goes across and forces hand passes, but Perry Thompson interrupts that one and puts the ball to boot back towards the centre wing. But a mark taken by Sean McElroy there for the Tooronga Malvern team at centre wing. Hand pass goes straight across, and he finds his teammate in Adam Salmon. He kicks it in towards centre half forward.
Matt Stanfield couldn't take it with him. Chance here for the St Kilda City defence, but Stanfield dives on it again. Scrambly play over there on the half-forward flank. They all dive in on top of the footy. Finally, Al Clement blows the whistle and will ball it up at half-forward for Tooronga Malvern. It's the Panthers leading 2-1-13. St Kilda City, 1 straight goal.
Ball's thrown high in the air. Up they go, Smith and Head. Smith, it comes down. Big punch again. But it's all the Saints back there, and it's Sammy Needham to come to the centre wing. Across his body it was. Heads there. He drops the ball out in front of him. It goes across the boundary line, and it will be thrown in at centre wing on that outer side.
The 11 minute mark of the first quarter here at Clayton. The grand final between St Kilda City and Tooronga Malvern. Ball's tossed back in at the back. Big punch down by Simon Johnson there. McElroy couldn't thread his way through traffic. They go in hard on it again. Chance here now for Chris Phelan, the magician. Comes out, got the hand pass over. Quick kick in towards half forward. Nobody home for the Saints, and Salmon takes it for Tooronga Malvern.
Yeah, he's going to bring rain with a kick like that. It's into the centre of the ground. It was high, but there's a high tackle, or a holding the man for a kick, in fact, and it's going St Kilda City's way. Umpire Clement right on the spot there, and Perry Thompson now with the left foot, racking in towards centre half forward, looking for Walker. One-handed mark, and he's taken a really strong one right on there at about 45 metres out from goal. He's put on a bit of an act. He was looking for the 50 metres, but umpire Vaughan said settle down. Little chip pass, it goes in, and the mark taken there by Mark Tazian. It was a good lead. It was a nicely weighted kick, and Mark Tazian ends up kicking the ball from about 38 directly in front.
Yes, distance shouldn't present a problem here, Benny. St Kilda City's only goal kicker so far, looking for his and his team's second. Skips in, a little bit of a side skip, then onto the right foot, steers it straight through the centre. 2 goals to Mark Tazian, 2 goals to St Kilda City.
Whatever the occasion, Big Man's Bus Tours will get you there. Big Man's Bus Tours, proudly supporting SFL football.
So a good goal there from a mark to Mark Tazian, and that takes the Saints to 2 straight goals, 12 behinds, 1 point behind Tooronga Malvern, 2-1-13.
Ball's back with umpire Vaughan in the centre of the ground. Taking his time before he comes in to bounce it into the turf. Up it goes, it's a shocker. that the magician, he gets a hand pass out. Paul Fawcett, he takes the opposition on, caught one high as he just chased at the footy, and his free kick at centre half-back. Well, centre of the square line on half-back line. He kicks the ball across to the centre wing, but a good mark taken in defence back there by Dylan Riziger.
Riziger now in towards the attacking side of the centre square. McElroy dived, couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Chris Phelan again. Got a little hand pass away, but Fawcett goes in with courage. He can't come out with a footy, but got it over to a teammate there in Marcus Hannelly, and Hannelly just pops it out to Monaghan on the centre wing.
Yeah, there's a little bit going on behind play. They've sorted themselves out as the ball comes across. Paul Fawcett slides on his knees and takes the ball. Hand passes it straight away. They're out of trouble. Mick Johnson. Hand pass goes over to Monaghan, and there on the half-forward flank. A quick kick as he scragged, and Fernando Piqueur, the man from Real Madrid, takes it at the half-back flank on that outer side.
So Fernando bombs it long in towards the centre wing. Head flies high. No one could take the mark. Phelan has it now. Always got plenty of time. Puts it over towards the centre wing, and the target there was Simon Campbell. Took a good grab there against two opponents. Gets on with it straight away. Long kick in towards the forward line. Running onto it is Matt O'Rourke. He's got Salmon against him. Tried to tap it back, but it's off his shin and over the line and out for a throw in.
What a great kick that was to open up the play for the Saints. Didn't kick it to anybody in particular. Kicked it to space and let the players run onto it. Could have come off nicely for the Saints, but it didn't. As the ball's thrown back into play, up they go. It goes to the front of the pack. Saints grab hold of the footy, but to no avail. Jay Baker for Tooronga Malvern run through, tapping the ball in front of him, but he takes it over the boundary line for another throw in.
And it's on in the forward pocket. Keep your eye on that, Benny. A bit of waltzing going on to the Strauss waltz. Ball's tossed back in. Big thump away by Walker on that occasion. But the Tooronga Malvern defence standing firm. High kick out towards the centre wing. Oh, Simon Johnson stuck the arms out. Couldn't reach it. Couldn't take the mark. And it's spilled over and out for a throw in.
Yeah, gutsy work by him then, because he had eyes for the footy, outstretched, running in the same direction as the football, and they're difficult ones. Umpire Nick Ellery, he's just in front of our commentary box and throws a ball into play. Up they go. It was Johnson that got the knockout. Phelan's in front. He was dispossessed. Jay Baker shows him a clean pair of heels as he runs towards the boundary line. He couldn't control the footy. It's out, and it'll be thrown back into play in front of the umpires' race here at Clayton Reserve.
It's Tooronga Malvern by a point at the 15.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Ball's tossed back in, right in St Kilda City scoring zone. Johnson won the tap. Simon Campbell couldn't get away. They got the hand pass away. Rizzio goes in and lays a solid tackle on Mark Oram, and they slide over and out before as a prelude to a bit more pushing and shoving.
Come on, umpires, pay a free kick here. It's just got to happen. Do something. It's what's got to happen.
Some scragging and pushing and shoving taking place virtually in the forward pocket here for St Kilda City.
The free kick should have been paid in the first instance to Mark Oram, who was pushed into the fence. Unnecessary. And now it's all changed around because of all that. Umpire Vaughan justifying his decision to the man in the mark, and it'll be Steve Rizzio with the free kick.
So Rizzio now, well within kicking distance here, but on quite an angle. Looking for the Saints' third goal. Waiting for him to come in and have his kick now. Getting plenty of advice from the man on the mark. Puts the ball on its way. And has that gone over the post? I think it might have snuck through. That's another goal to St Kilda City.
Corporate Design is proud to again be a major sponsor of the Southern Football League's media coverage. For the very best in office fit-outs, give them a call on 9876 3345.
So that takes St Kilda City now to 3 straight goals, 18 behinds. Tooronga Malvern 2-1-13. That's on the Aquamax scoreboard, 7.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Yes, and a good one for the Saints. It's settled things down a little bit as the ball's back in the centre with umpire Clement.
Umpire Clement comes in and goes bang. Head and Julius Smith do battle. Zossens races through the centre and takes it for the Saints.
He's a scrubby kick though. It's only towards centre half forward. It went through Fawcett, but McElroy picks the ball up and stabs one out, looking for Monaghan. Hand pass comes out, goes back to them. It's a big pack of players in there. It's ball keeps moving. Zossens picks it up, tries to hand pass it out, dispossessed. Smith's in there as well, and in the end it's going to be a free kick St Kilda City's way, and Julius Smith has it, plays on straight away, lost it. Perry Thompson has the ball, gives it to the Magician. He tries to go sideways. He's caught and thrown the ball out. And umpire Clement says it's a Tooronga Malvern free kick going to Matt Simmons.
So Simmons now goes sideways, and he's got Rick Jackson out there on his own. Takes the mark and then bombs it in towards the forward line. Off St Kilda City defenders' hands. No one able to take the footy. They have a bit of an air shot there through the agency of Jay Baker. And finally, umpire Clement blows the whistle and will ball it up. It's at half forward for Tooronga Malvern. They trail by 5 points.
Yes, you just have to look at the way that Matt Stanfield, every time he goes in, he's attacked by the opposition. Up goes the ball, comes to the ground, picked up, a shot at goal. Jay Baker's second. What a ripper that is. And that's the the third on the board to Tooronga Malvern. They go on to 3 goals, 1-19. They strike back. They hit the lead. 3 goals straight, St Kilda City.
Any scores from Morty Alec at the moment there, John? No, we might get a quick score from there when we have an opportunity in the next break or the next goal. So only a point in it again. Tooronga Malvern resting back the lead. 2 goals so far to Jay Baker. Ball back in the centre with umpire Vaughan.
Throws it into the turf. Again, it goes the one way. Head gets a knockout, but Smith picks up the ball. Hand passes it out, and the Saints go forward in towards the centre half forward position. Tazian comes out, but good work by Nick Hayward for Tooronga Malvern. Sends the ball back towards centre wing, and Action Jackson, takes the mark.
Yep. No, it's not. It's in fact Coombs, I think, is it?
Or Steve Coombs it is. About the same era. Kicks the ball sideways out towards the centre wing. Tooronga Malvern keep possession. A hand pass comes from Evans. Hand passes it over the top and a long kick. That's by Mayer. Is it in towards the goal square? Up they go. No one's able to take the mark. The Saints are back there. Cotters. Hand pass goes wild.
And still a chance here for the combine. Reisiger trying to keep the ball ahead of him. The St Kilda City defence under plenty of pressure at the moment. Once again, a pack of 7 or 8 players around the footy. No one able to get a possession out. They all pile in on top of it. Umpire still letting it go. He'll have to blow the whistle soon and does so now for a ball up. It's a half forward on the, we'll call it the social club side of the ground here at Clayton.
Waiting again for umpire Clement. Throws the ball into the air now. Up go the big men. Smith gets the knockout. It was sharked though by Tooronga Malvern. It didn't go anywhere. In goes Sammy Dager. Kicks the ball, finds Coombs though, and he's going to put the ball back towards the forward line for the combine. Goes straight across the ground. This is dangerous, but a good mark taken, and I think a bit of acting. Adam Salmon has the mark.
So Salmon in the centre of the ground for the Panthers. Goes wide over towards the half-forward line. He's got coach Mick Johnson there. Takes the mark. Then does a little chip pass in towards the forward line. No mark taken here. Whistle on play, though. St Kilda City free kick back there. Picking himself up to take the kick is Andrew Mahassi for the Saints. Mahassi in the back pocket.
He's looking up the ground to see which way he'll go. Now it's a long kick out towards the centre wing. It's close to the boundary line there. In fact, it's that close that it's over on the full, and the free kick will go to Rick Jackson there at centre wing. So he'll repel the ball back into the forward line for the Tooronga Malvern team. It's a congested forward line at the present time. The Saints have been able to go and man up. So he goes sideways and finds Salmon. Salmon's going to now bomb it long with a big drop punt.
High flyers wanted here at half forward, and they did fly high, but no one could take the mark. Perry Thompson gets a scrubby little kick, only goes a couple of metres for St Kilda City. It's still at half back. Thompson's in there again. So Sammy Dager throwing himself over the footy. They're trying to wrestle it out of the pack. Can't do so. Al Clement says, give it to me. It'll be another ball up. We've now been playing just on 22 minutes in this first quarter. Tooronga Malvern by a point.
Up the ball goes. Up goes Smith. He rises high. A quick kick off the ground by Matt Monahan. Does it see it go over the boundary line? It does. And it's going to be thrown in. Bounced inside the line. So umpire Alries had to go and retrieve the footy, bring it back to the spot where it went out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in.
So the ball comes back into play at half forward for Tooronga Malvern. Big fist away, but a whistle on play for an infringement. That was Matt O'Rourke got the big fist away, but Fernando Picure will go and retrieve the ball. For St Kilda City, it looks like big Julius Smith back there, is it?
Yeah, it was against Tim Meyer.
To take the free kick. for the Saints. He's just gone sideways, finds the veteran Perry Thompson at centre half back, and he bombs it long. The target, Simon Johnson. McElroy knocked it away. Mohassi comes through, got the hand pass away. It was Nick Porter, thanks Benny. Finally the kick from Campbell, high up into the goal square, looking for Tassie and can't take the mark. Spills over and out, but he's been paid the free kick.
Yeah, a tough tussle in there, and but the umpire said, well, you're over his shoulder, and Tassie, taking the front position, was making it a very hard there for Adrian Skepper, but he's right on the behind post, and the mark is less than half a metre from the behind post. So he's gone back. He's going to play on, is he? No, the umpire said, well, you've got to stay on your right line of kick, and rightly so. And the Tooronga Malvern players have manned up so that if he does run off his line, they will run straight into the player. He does that now. Could have been against Rizzio, but he's put it through. A great goal of Mark Tassie, and that's his third. And that goes for the Saints as 4, is it?
Yep, that takes them to 4 straight goals.
4 straight goals, of which Mark Tassian's kicked 3 of them so far and having a good day down there in the forward line. Nothing Adrian Skepper could have done about that one, really.
Any scores from Morty Alec there as yet, John? Okay, big start for the Kangaroos. We'll have a quick chat to one of the boys in a moment at our quarter time break. Ball back in the centre now with umpire Al Clement, who goes bang in the centre, and up goes Smith, and head won the tap. Chris Phelan trying to get out with the footy, taken on that occasion there by Marcus Hanley. His kick smothered, but a chance now for the Combine as they go forward. The target here is Evans.
He goes in towards centre half forward, and he's found him. So he's just looking for a lead. It's a quick pass, putting his teammate under pressure, but a good mark in the end. And that's by number 20, is it? Yes, Steve Coombs. So Steve Coombs is going to line up. The siren's gone for quarter time, and he's going to be kicking from, well, about 35 metres out from goal. He's directly in front, and this could be a very handy goal for the Combine going into quarter time. So Steve Coombs stutters, comes in, puts the ball on its way. The goal umpire's underneath the flight of it. Let's wait on him. 1 behind only.
Thanks for that, Benny. Just repeating that quarter-time score here. St Kilda City, 4 straight goals, 24 behinds, lead to Tooronga Malvern 3-2-20. 4-point leaders at quarter-time in the 2005 Division 2 Grand Final.
It's the game, it's the hope and it's the glory, it's the pleasure and the pain, it's the reason for the season.
Umpire Clement now bounces the ball in the centre. Up they go. Head got the knockdown for the Combine. It didn't go terribly far. In goes Campbell for the Saints. He couldn't get away with the ball. Stanfield's underneath the footy there. He can't get away with it, and the umpire says, give it to me and I'll throw it up.
So the ball's still in the centre with grey clouds hovering above us here as Head and Smith go at it again. Head won the tap. Oh, clever little tap on over there towards Matty Stanfield, but he's wrapped up in a very solid tackle brought to the ground, and it's going to be balled up. Once again, still inside the centre square. Al Clement with the footy. Throws it up, and this time Smith thumps it away for the Saints.
It goes out towards the centre wing position. The race is on for the ball. Zozens picks it up. He gets a big boot into the ball towards our forward pocket area. There's Tassian, has it in front of him. He's had it on a string, tries to hand pass the ball off, but the ball's over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown in. It's in the forward pocket there for St Kilda City.
So a chance here for the Saints. Currently holding a slender 4-point lead. Tossed back in. Rob Walker doing the ruck work against Head. That was Mohassi, was it? Forced his way through with the footy. Here's a kick out of the pack by Mohassi on that occasion. In towards the forward pocket, where it's a St Kilda City mark, only about 15 to 20 metres out from goal. So see, he's got it down there, Benny. Is it? It's not Mark Tassian?
You sure?
No.
It's,
he's in the goal square, Mark.
Yeah, he is. He's a very thin man, though, whoever it is. Just a young boy.
Pick up who that might be down there.
Not quite certain
Must
myself.
be Rick McConkey, is it?
Could well be, as he puts the ball onto the boot. He's swung it across his body, and it's only through for a minor score. So the Saints go on to 4 goals, 1, 25, but they lead at the present time over Tooronga Malvern 3-20. So the ball will be brought back into play.
And the long kick out, heading over towards the high-flying Simon Johnson, but he went up a little bit too early. If they work it towards the centre wing now. Little kick off the ground by Salmon. Sees it over here towards Brendan Powell. Powell's kick in short, but the boundary umpire claims precedence, and he'll take a throw in right on the centre wing, Social Club side of the ground.
Waiting on the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Big Smith, he's up against Head, comes to the front, Phelan has it, gets rid of the football, goes in a second time, taps the ball out, Campbell's there, he gets hold of the footy, gets tackled, hand passes it off beautifully, goes towards Ben Zozens, he couldn't keep the ball in play, ball's over the boundary line for another throw in on centre wing.
Just under 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. 25 plays 20. Saints holding sway. Ball's tossed back in. Again, Head with a front position. Double-fisted it away. Chance here for the hand pass to come out towards Evans. Takes it. Tackled by Bruno. Ball spills clear. Unable to get away with the footy was Marcus Hannelly. They work it towards the boundary line. And it'll be another throw in. Half-forward flank will be twin wing and half-forward flank for St Kilda City. Saints. Sorry, Benny. Saints leading by 5 points.
Gee, there's a lot of players around the football here. They're working in packs, both teams. The ball's thrown in. Big Rob Walker, the coach, he got the knockdown. Phelan one way, then the other. Hand pass off, doesn't find the target, punched away. In they go. It's Mohassi who picks up the ball. Hand passes it out. Perry Thompson, another little hand pass. They go in, but it's Monaghan. Picks up the ball. Hand pass to Stanfield. This is the way they like playing Tooronga Malvern. Into the forward line. Gives the opportunity for Delahunty. He's in there, can't keep control of the footy. Working back there's Ryan Webb. Does it beautifully in the back line. It's not a very good pass, but it goes out towards Smith on the half-back flank, right near the boundary line. So in the end, it's worked out well for the Saints.
Yeah, good opportunity for Tooronga Malvern there, but just weren't up to it. And the St Kilda City defence standing firm.
Don't the combine like to see that combination, Stanfield and Monaghan?
Works a lot. Ball's tossed back in. Tapped away there by Head. Unable to take it there was Monaghan. Spilled over towards, who was that? McElroy got a kick in towards the forward line. Delahunty tries to keep it in, can't do so, and it's over and out for a throw in right next to the behind post. That was Jay Baker, put the ball down there. Thanks, Benny. Right in the forward line now for the Panthers.
Got a lot of pace, says Jay Baker. So it's only a couple of metres around from the behind post. And again, big ruckman setting themselves. Rick Jackson going to do it with Smith. Nobody really got a tap on that one. Goes through legs. Cotter tried to burst through. Phelan has it. Hand passes it out to Pecure. The man from Real Madrid hand passes the ball off. Looking there for Jay Bruno. Couldn't find him. Over the boundary line again for another throw in. Right in front of the scoreboard here at Clayton.
And very dark and gloomy here at the moment at Clayton. Might need the lights on. Ball's being thrown in at half forward, right in front of the scoreboard. A bit of shellacking in the ruck there, and the free kick paid to St Kilda City. Advantage paid as Jay Bruno came out with a footy, kicked it in towards the centre. Here's an opportunity. Oh, the ball spills clear. A kick off the ground by McElroy. Hand pass coming over to Hannelly for the combine.
And Hannelly now with the drop punt in towards the centre half forward position. Bit of pushing and shoving, and umpire Vaughan says it's a holding the man free kick. It's going Tooronga Malvern's way, and a shot at goal's going to result. Not quite certain of the player there, Darryl.
It's
is it Delahunty?
No, I think it's Mick Monaghan, is it? Matt Monaghan.
May well be. Onto the left foot he'll be. Certainly is, as the ball is shot straight through the centre, and that's a goal on the scoreboard to Tooronga Malvern.
Jockey Australia is a proud supporter of SFL football. Jockey, giving you the freedom to move and the support to perform.
And Matt Monaghan's goal, that takes Tooronga Malvern onto 4 goals to 26. They're 1 point up at the present time on St Kilda City, 4-1-25.
So a 1 point ball game again at the 6 minute mark of the second quarter.
It's glooming over.
Ball's bounced and Head and Smith. Smith won the tap, but it's still in the centre of the ground as the pack develops. Once again, they all pile in. Umpire Clements picked out a free kick this time, and the magician Chris Phelan picks it up and will take the kick casually over towards the half-forward line. Jay Bruno comes out and takes the mark.
Bruno now, a short pass going into the pocket, and running onto it is McConkey. So he goes in and he's finding Nick Porter there, and it'll be Nick Porter that will line up for a goal. He's still in the pocket. There's just a little chip pass that made the distance. And Al Clements lining Nick Porter up for a shot at goal. He'll make the distance. It's pretty tight, so let's see how he goes with the accuracy.
So Porter now comes in, puts the ball on its way. They're applauding it down there. The goal umpire strolls to the middle of the goals and said a goal. So another one on the board to St Kilda City, this time off the boot of Nicholas Porter. And that takes the Saints now to 5-1, 31 to Tooronga Malvern, 4-2, 26.
5 points here at the 7.5 minute mark of the second quarter. The grand final for 2005 in second division. Umpire Vaughan has the footy now back in the centre. Taking his time, puts the ball down. It's a better bounce this time from him. Smith gets a knockout, goes forward. Walker hand pass to Phelan. Phelan onto the left foot.
And that goes in towards the forward line. Oh, a lucky bounce back to McConkey. McConkey does a scrubby kick into an open goal, and another quick goal to St Kilda City.
No more chook raffles and chocolate drives. Raise money the easy way with Sandown Club Nights. Call 95 46 95 11 and find out how.
So St Kilda City move along now to 6-1-37, I think that is when they put it up. Tooronga Malvern 4-2, 26. Saints doing well in the early part of this second quarter.
Just goes to show if you can get the ball out of the clearance in the centre and get it up forward. Ball's bounce, it's a shocker. Monahan has it, ducks around an opponent, then gets the ball onto his boot towards centre half forward. Up they go. One-hander mark taken by Needham, not paid, says the umpire. Play on. In they go. Perry Thompson's there, but he's going to pay a free kick or a mark, is he? Or not quite certain what he's going to do. I think he's going to bounce it or throw it up at centre half forward, just inside the 40-metre arc as the ball's thrown high into the air.
And grabbed out of the air by Coombs, got the hand pass away, and an opportunity for them to go into attack off the boot of Monahan. Long kick in towards a goal square, fisted away by Matt O'Rourke, and he sees it over the line and out for a throw in. That was Ryan Webb, in fact. And it's going to be thrown in about 10 to 15 metres around from the Tooronga Malvern goal. 37 plays, 26.
Yeah, goal will be handy for the Combine to keep in touch here. 11 points the difference. Ball thrown back into play. Jackson from behind, but a push out. Advantage played on. Phelan goes long into the centre of the ground, looking for Simon Johnson. Oh, he evades a tackle from McElroy nicely, then looks up and gets the little chip pass going into Zozens on centre wing. In fact, it's Matt O'Rourke.
O'Rourke now delivers the ball in towards centre half forward. Tassie comes out and marks it on his chest about 45 metres out from goal. So Mark Tassian, the leading goal kicker in Division 2 for 2005. Going back and shooting for his fourth, already kicked 3.
So, coming in, running around a little before he puts the ball onto the boot. He's made the distance, he's got the accuracy. The 7th on the board to the Saints. 7-1, that goes on to 43 to Tooronga Malvern, 4-2, 26, and they're just starting to show a bit of supremacy.
Handy break to the Saints. Any scores from the other grounds back there at the moment, John? No, we'll get some updates there as soon as we can. We'd like to regularly keep you updated with those scores from the other grounds. We'll do our best to do that. Ball back in the centre here with umpire Al Clement.
He's just taking his time. There's a lot of taking of time in the centre to bounce it. Up it goes. It's a beauty. Then Head gets the tap down. It goes straight to Stanfield. He releases a footy, and it's an opportunity for Oram, but he was grabbed, and a free kick for too long, and it's Rob Walker that'll have the free kick for the Saints. A little chip pass, but it's cut off beautifully there by the captain coach.
Johnson, and he bombs it long over here. It could have been a bit of interference there for Brendan Powell. He was looking for, that's the way umpire Clement has seen it, and Brendan Powell wins the free kick for Tooronga Malvern centre wing. If you don't give the ball back quickly, Simon, it'll be 50.
Guess what?
Not quick enough, Simon.
It was pretty obvious, really. I mean, there was only one bloke to give the ball to. Why was Johnson holding it up for so long? They're going to kick a goal from this. And
he's just been dragged to the team rules.
So he should.
No, he hasn't. He stayed on. So it'll be Brendan Powell with the ball within kicking distance here for Tooronga Malvern, and they need a goal badly.
Yes, so he's taking his time. Brendan Powell puts the ball on its way. It's just going across the face a little, I suspect. Through for a minor score only. So that takes Gee, it's quick. Those
They pull the scoreboard down while the bloke's having a shot for goal. So
Yes,
you look up and there's just an open thing there. It's
You
very,
can't tell what it
very
is.
annoying.
So ball now is kicked back into play by the Saints. Rosinger goes out to the half-back line. Tooronga Malvern working in there. So is Zozens. He gets the ball to McCarthy. He goes in towards the centre half forward position, looking for Tasman. He's in front, picks up the ball, hand passes it off, gives Steve Rizzio the chance. He's gone too far nearly, kicks the ball just in the nick of time. It's a scrubby kick. McElroy's back there for the Tooronga Malvern, but so does Jay Bruno. He slides in, keeps possession of the footy, and the umpire's got to ball it up.
Yeah, hard work by St Kilda City to keep it in their forward line then. Bit of desperation shown. So the ball tossed up in the air again. Head will do battle with Walker. Walker got the tap over, but Stanfield comes through, fed it off to Fawcett, and they're out of trouble momentarily. Into the centre of the ground, taken by Fernando Picchio. Did it well. Got the hand pass over to Perry Thompson. He runs onto that left foot, over towards McConkey, all on his own half forward flank. Marks on his chest for the Saints.
Yeah, big man got a bit of space there. Now he's going to kick it long, right into the teeth of goal. Looking for Walker. Up they go. Head got in front. It comes to the base of the pack, but they're able to get out of trouble through Tim Meyer. Hand pass goes to Stanfield, and Matty Stanfield kicks a scrubby cack back towards centre wing position. Picking it up, Sean Cotter. He got dispossessed. Fawcett's in there, showing some pace. Kicks the ball across the face of the ground, and Rick Jackson's there. Plays on straight away. Hand pass, that will put Martin under pressure. In they go, and Needham's there for the Saints. He holds the ball in, but McElroy for the Tooronga Malvern gets a quick kick, goes into Baker. Baker with pace, hand passes it. The umpire collides, and it's Zozens. And the umpire, Clement, has blown the whistle and paid a ball up against himself.
Okay.
Well, that's a different one. He's saying that's not fair as the two collided. It was Baker, was it, that collided? No, it wasn't. It was Powell that collided with Clement. And Powell's the lighter of the two.
So umpire Clement. Thanks, John. Ahead gets the tap down, taken by Coombs. Coombs high in the air, won't be 15. Comes over here towards Matt O'Rourke, wrapped up in a tackle immediately, pulled to the ground, and it'll be balled up at centre half forward. Sun shining here, cloud black overhead, but I think it might have missed us.
Ball's thrown high in the air, up they go. Comes down, Fawcett ducks his head, he got grabbed high, play on advantage, is it? And his free kick's going to be paid to Paul Fawcett. He did duck his head, however, but he's earned the free kick.
So a chance now for the Panthers.
If you're any good, you can kick it from there.
To either put the ball through the goals or certainly deep into attack. Fawcett comes in now. He's decided to look for a lead over here for Monaghan. Picked him out nicely, but put him on more of an angle. Monaghan has the ball about 35 to 40 out. Scoreboard flank. He runs around, but umpire Clement says, I haven't blown time on. You've got to bring it back.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. He hadn't set the mark properly, and in these sort of angles, you want to get everything correct before allowing the player to run off and crib around the mark. So it'll be Matt Monaghan who will be shooting at goal. Big Andrew McCasey, who will be. He's coming in to kick the ball now. Puts the ball on its way. Let's wait and see. One behind only. So one behind to the scoreboard. Tooronga Malvern inch a little closer to St Kilda City as Perry Thompson brings the ball out straight across to Ben Zozens. He plays on straight away, kicks the ball to the centre wing on that outer side, and up they go. McConkey couldn't take the mark. Kick off the ground, finds him again. Then he gets a quick kick, and it gives McCasey, Andrew McCasey, plenty of opportunity. He can't take the ball, and it's over the boundary line for a throw-in.
So thanks to the people in front too for putting their brollies down so our cameras can see. Very much appreciated. Good sports. Told you it was a good crowd. So waiting now for the ball to be tossed back in. The centre wing. Walker and Head go at it. Coombs got it quickly over to Baker again. He's been a tyro so far in towards the forward line. Jackson spilled an easy chest mark. Spilled over here now towards Mayer. A little bit slow, but got the hand pass back. Wrong-footed Johnson. Johnson in towards the pocket. He was looking for Coombs over his head, and it's over and out for a throw-in. Comedy of errors there from Tooronga Malvern, Benny.
Yeah, it is a bit, and one of the problems, I guess, is the ground's a little bit greasy on the top. The grass is slippery, and holding the feet is a problem. But it's out of bounds around 35 metres out from goal on that Horton Road side as the ball's thrown back into play. Up they go. Goes sideways. The magician Phil, and he's away. Gets the drop punt in towards the centre of the ground. Up they go. No one can take the mark. The combine coming out of defence. But it's a throw, says the umpire. Incorrect disposal. And Andrew McCuskey will have the free kick.
Mahassi now for St Kilda City in towards the forward line, but there's a good diving mark. Last line of defence down there to Tooronga Malvern's Marcus Hannelly. So Hannelly with the ball on that outer half-back flank. He's going to bring it in towards the centre of the ground proper, and it's marked low down here to Matty Stanfield. They need him to fire up now. A combine. Need a spark. Comes over to Fawcett. Fawcett marks.
Yes, he's on the centre wing, back of the square. They kick straight across the goal, looking for the big man there in Coombs. Stephen Coombs got it off straight away. They're into attack, in towards centre half forward. Two St Kilda City players mess it up between them. Stanfield has it, puts it onto his boot very quickly, but he's off target and he's over the boundary line on the full, giving Perry Thompson a free kick over there on the back pocket.
Sorry, Benny, falling down up forward the combine.
Just got no one to kick
system.
it to.
Yep. No system at all.
I think that they probably need to have somebody there at centre half forward that can take a grab and just stay at centre half forward.
Somebody like David Stanfield, perhaps.
Maybe. Waiting for Perry Thompson to bring the ball back. He comes now to the centre wing. Up they go, and big head takes the mark there on the centre wing. Long kick out it was a good one, but it was a good mark in the end by James Head. He gets a little one off, and it's going to help the Saints because a hand pass came across, and they now kick the ball long out of defence by Dylan Reisiger towards the centre wing. It goes in the end, trying to get the ball, heads down, and that's got to be a free kick in the end. But boy, it was a bit difficult there as the player from Tooronga Malvern just put his head on the, straight in, Matt Simmons it was, put his head down and couldn't help but be tackled high.
So Tooronga Malvern with a chance to bring the ball into attack. What's going on here?
I'm not quite certain.
It's got to be Fawcett to take the free kick, does it?
Yeah, looks like it.
He doesn't anyway. He handballs it off, and they're out of defence. Momentarily off the boot of Salmon. Over towards the centre wing, marked over here by Nick Hayward. So Hayward with the ball for Tooronga Malvern. Kicks long in towards the forward line. A little bit of a push out there. Head went up high. 2 bites. No mark paid. Baker takes it. Wrapped up in a tackle. Loses it. Ball in a pack of players at the moment. Came out here. The quick hand pass over to Baker again. But I tell you what, it's a hot potato at the moment. No one able to take it. Head gets it again. Got the hand pass away.
Evans had it. He lost it. Now the Saints through Sean Cotter, the captain, shows away and gets a scrubby kick. But it's going to find the boundary line on centre wing and relieve the pressure for the Saints. The ball was in the forward line again for Tooronga Malvern. They just couldn't do anything with it constructively, and the ball's out on centre wing. Ball is now thrown back into play. Head takes the front position. Walker punches it from behind. Fawcett's in there. In they go. Oh, could have been high tackle on Powell as he was knocked really high, and the number 2 umpire has seen the free kick and has paid it. Good work by Paul Vaughan as Brendan Powell had his head nearly knocked off his shoulders with that tackle.
Yeah, a lot of players in front of umpire Old Clement there, and he probably had no chance of seeing it. As Powell now boots the ball long in towards the pocket. Stanfield's underneath and took a very, very good mark. 20 metres out from goal for Tooronga Malvern. So Stanfield with the ball as they play a bit of humpo-bumpo in the background.
And Rick Jackson.
A little bit of a show of strength. And Matty Stanfield now with the opportunity to bring Tooronga Malvern a little bit closer. They trail by 15 points. Comes in, puts the ball on its way. He's happy with it. Let's wait on the goal umpire. It's a goal and a badly needed one to Tooronga Malvern.
No more chook raffles and chocolate drives. Raise money the easy way with Sandown Club Nights. Call 95 46 95 11 and find out how.
Taking Tooronga Malvern on to 5-4-34, but they still trail St Kilda City 7-1-43.
And that's on the Sandown Club Night scoreboard. 21.5 minutes gone.
Up they go, and ball, nobody got the knockout. Comes to Rizio. He tries to burst his way clear. Hand passes over to Matt O'Rourke. Gets his boot to the ball in towards centre half forward. The Combine doing well in the back line. Repel the ball back towards centre wing. They're looking for Powell and Monaghan. No one's able to take the mark, and it's over the boundary line for another throw in centre wing.
So not far away from half-time now, coming up to the 22-minute mark of the second quarter. 43 plays 34. Saints by 9 points as Walker thumped the ball in the air, but it's a bit of volleyball at the moment. Tapped further afield by Phelan. Rizio runs onto it, or goes to kick it off the ground, but coming across with courage there for Tooronga Malvern was Matt Simmons. And they force it towards the boundary line where another pack of players develops, and it'll be a ball up. Half-forward flank for St Kilda City Social Club side of the ground.
Waiting on umpire Clement. He hasn't gone across the boundary line. He's blown for a throw up. He does so now. Walker in the ruck, knocks it over his head, looking for the boundary line. He's found it before Matt Simmons of Tooronga Malvern could run onto it, and it'll be another throw-in to take place. It's another 15 metres down the ground, however. Gives the Saints another opportunity. If they can snare one just before half-time, they'll look for that. It's 7-1-43 to 5-4-34 as the boundary umpire hurls the ball over his head. Up they go. Walker got it behind. McElroy comes away with it for Tooronga Malvern, looking for Powell on centre wing. Outstretched hands, takes the mark.
Yeah, got it just inside the line, did it well now, plays on and gets the handball back, and they're away through Evans in towards the centre half forward position. A good mark in the end to Tooronga Malvern's Tim Mayer, and he has the ball inside the 40-metre arc with a scoring chance for the Combine right on half time.
Used his ability to withhold the body on body, used one hand and took the mark. Comes in now, puts the ball on its way. He's put it through the centre of the goals. That's their sixth. 6-4-40, 3 points behind St Kilda City, 7-1-43.
Well, a timely goal for Tooronga Malvern, and that brings them to within 3 points right on half-time, Benny.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would have wanted, because only a minute ago it was up the other end of the ground and it was looking good for St Kilda City, but all of a sudden a couple of good kicks down the ground and they were able to open up the play, get it to centre half forward. You can kick goals easily at centre half forward. The ball's thrown into the air, head leaps high, gets it across, and Coombs tries to get through, but it's stopped there. Phelan was pulled off the footy, the ball goes off the side of his boot. Monaghan has it, loses it. Sean Cotter kicks it, but his kick smothered as he just about to kick it. At centre half forward it is, and Simmons comes away with the footy back towards centre half forward for Tooronga Malvern. Oh, Jackson was held. Did he have the footy? But Zosens, it was Bruno that got the ball across to Phelan. He goes to centre wing, finding Campbell.
Campbell's long kick up towards the forward line. Outstretched hands there, no mark taken. Chance for McElroy to feed the hand pass off. He does. Desperate stakes at the moment. Rob Walker comes in. He's tackled over there by Fawcett. Brings him to the ground. Perry Thompson it was, and it's going to be a ball up. Round about 35 to 40 metres out from St Kilda City's goal. Up they go. Walker won the tap. Shark there by Campbell. Campbell a snap in towards goal. They fly high. Chance here now for McConkey. Picks it up. Screws it high. Sammy Dager runs back. Can't take it. Simmons is there. Hand pass comes over here towards Phelan, is it?
Zosens.
It's Zosens and puts it through for a goal to the Saints.
Jockey Australia is a proud supporter of SFL football. Jockey, giving you the freedom to move and the support to perform.
Well, did Zosens get through some heavy traffic in the end? That takes them on to 8 goals, 1. 49 to 6-4-40. 9 points the difference just before half-time.
Keep saying just before half-time. We're coming up to the 26-minute mark. As umpire Al Clement throws the ball high in the air, head leapt high too, won the tap. Chance here for Tazian, is in the middle of the ground now. He can't get out with the footy as the siren rings out for half-time. And at half-time in the 2005 Division 2 Grand Final, we see St Kilda City 8-1-49, leading Tooronga Malvern 6-4-40.
It's the game, it's the hope and it's the glory, it's the pleasure and the pain, it's the reason.
9 points in this game as the Action gets underway in the second half. Tap down by Head, taken by Campbell. Campbell's kick up towards centre half forward. No mark taken. A kick in mid-air by McElroy. Sent the ball back into the centre, and it's marked over here by Matt Monaghan.
He looks up the ground but has no one on at the present time. Then finds a little chip pass. Oh, it's a wonky kick. Puts lots of pressure on his teammate, but the mark taken by Shane Evans. He goes out sideways, picks up his teammate there. They're keeping possession of the ball, Tooronga Malvern. Now it's kicked long by Powell in towards a half-forward length flank. In they go. Stanfield took the mark. He thought he had it anyway. Drops to the bottom of the pack. Simmons is underneath it. Oh, could have been a free kick against Stanfield for a high tackle. They go in hard again. Matt O'Rourke's in there for the Saints. They just can't keep the ball, but in the end, Ben Zosens has it. Hand passes it. It was interrupted and intercepted by Brendan Powell, and it'll be another throw-in to take place on the half-forward flank for the Saints.
So only a minute into the third quarter here of the 2005 Grand Final.
For Tooronga Malvern.
Ball's tapped down there by Mayer. Opportunity now for Matt O'Rourke. Tries to burst his way through the pack. And the whistle on play says you didn't dispose of the footy properly. And it's going to be a Tooronga Malvern free kick.
Well, they'll want a goal here if they can. Just about pinching one if that's the case.
So it's Marcus Hannelly with the footy for the Panthers. No, he's going to hand it back over here to his teammate. And this kick will be taken by only about 30 metres out over here off the boot of Brendan Powell.
It's going to be a pretty good shot at goal, but we've seen goals go through from this angle before. It's pretty tight as he comes in now. Brendan Powell puts the drop punt on its way. It's a pretty straight kick. It's through the centre. They're hitting back. 3 points the difference.
Southern Footy Saturday is proudly supported by Aquamax Hot Water Systems. Aquamax, Australian-made, Australian-owned.
So a very good goal there to Brendan Powell, who he just didn't have a lot of daylight to see through, but he's kicked the 7th goal for Tooronga Malvern. They go on to 7-4, 46. 3 points behind St Kilda City, 8-1, 49. So it's back in the centre. The ball is thrown into the air. Up they go. Head got the tap down. Shark by Campbell kicks the ball in towards the forward line. The Tooronga Malvern defence, they have to, through Al Sweeney, charge at the footy. It goes into the goal square. Salmon, a hand pass out sideways. He finds his teammate in Hannelly and kicks the ball towards the half-back flank where Monaghan goes to centre wing.
Evans was the target, but it's fished it away just in the nick of time, over and out by the desperate St Kilda City defence, and it'll be thrown in centre wing with the Saints holding a slender 3-point lead. Ball about to be tossed back in here. Well, they've been playing 3 minutes now. Smith. Oh, Walker went up too, got the tap down. Coming at the was the hand pass looking for Jay Bruno, but it only found the boundary line and it'll be thrown in, but they worked it around about 20 metres further towards goal then, the Saints. And it'll be thrown in on the outer wing.
Waiting for it to come in, it does now. And the ruckman, it's a tassel there. In goes, and nobody's really got an ascendancy from that. Hand pass comes out, Campbell snatches it and then kicks it high, but towards the half-forward flank, tapped over the back. That was from Mark Oram. Gives the opportunity for him to get in for the footy again, but it's over the boundary line. It's gone from one side of the scoreboard to the other, and it'll be a throw-in on that half-forward flank.
And the scoreboard shows the Saints leading by 3 points. Walker and Head doing battle. Head's tireless, got the tap down again. Fawcett couldn't get it away to a teammate. Hand pass coming out here, taken by McElroy for Tooronga Malvern. Screws it back without looking. Perry Thompson marks. No mark paid, must have been touched. They swamp him and throw him to the ground. It'll be balled up.
It was like a bag of spuds. He took the mark and was just taken straight to the ground. Free kick going Tooronga Malvern's way. A little indiscretion there. And Brendan Powell has the football for Tooronga Malvern.
Bombs it long up towards the past the centre wing, spilled over the back of the pack here. Running onto it there was Sammy Needham. They boot it back towards the centre wing again, but the kicking's not too good. It's over and out on the full. Free kick to be taken here by Matt Monaghan for the combine.
They need him to keep the ball in play, but it's Monaghan that's been called to play on. He's balked around his opponent. That was Ben Zosens, and now with the left foot, kicks it long into the forward pocket. Up they go. High mark taken there by Sean Cotter in defence for the Saints. Strong and as clever as ever. So Sean Cotter just slowing it down a little bit now for the Saints, trying to regroup. Now he just takes his time and kicks the ball long back towards the centre wing position. Up they go, and James Head, strong mark, and was the only one that looked like he was going to mark it.
So James Head with the footy. Boots it long now in towards the forward line. Big push out there. Umpire letting it go. Fell to the back of the pack. Unable to get their kick. Chance here for the combine, but it spills out here. Taken by, who's that, Bruno, is it? No, he's pulled to the ground. It's in fact... Trying to pick out who that player is for the Saints over there. And they'll take the kick at centre half back.
Waiting for him to play it forward now. He's taking his time, and now he's going to go to the centre wing. Looking for high flyers. He was looking for his coach in Walker. It's punched forward. In they go. Oh, high tackle. And that going the combine's way. It's going to Matt Simmons, still in the centre of the ground.
So Matt Simmons with the footy for the Panthers. He's got Monaghan over here. Two St Kilda City players both try to intercept it and run into each other. That allows Monaghan in. Boots it long in towards the forward line. But Sean Cotter running back takes a good saving grab for the Saints. Last line of defence.
Yes, looks up the ground. Wants to switch it across, I think. But the umpire's just lining him up on the correct line. Now he plays on, goes across the face of goal and kicks towards the half-back flank on that outer side. Up they go. It's gone over the back of the pack. Working in there, the Tooronga Malvern players working hard. That was Matt Simmons again. It went across to Warren. He got grabbed in a tackle. Hand pass comes out. Back to Simmons. Simmons gets a quick kick in towards the half-forward line. Beats everybody. Over the back, the Saints defence. And Perry Thompson gets a kick across to Jay Bruno. Hand pass goes right over the top. He finds Jack Grundy. Oh, he was tackled quickly. Hand pass comes from Fawcett. It goes across to Evans. Kicks it long.
And high in towards the forward line. Cotter running back couldn't quite take the mark, and it's rushed through for a behind to Tooronga Malvern. So that takes the combine now to 7-5-47. St Kilda City 8-1-49. That's on the corporate design scoreboard as the ball is booted back into play here. O'Rourke waits at the back, couldn't take the mark, came to the front of the pack. Fawcett takes it, wrapped up in a tackle over there on that occasion by Perry Thompson, and it'll be balled up. It's between wing and half-forward flank for Tooronga Malvern.
So umpire Clement now throws the ball into the air. Up they go. Nobody got the ascendancy from that knockout. Fawcett rushes through, gets his boot to the ball quickly, but only a scrubby kick goes forward. But, gee, there's a pack of players there. Hand pass comes out. Walker gets one across to his teammate, but the ball's just smothered and everybody stacks on the mill there, and it's going to be a free kick. It looks like wasn't going to be. Al Clement in there quickly. No, he's still going to ball it up. I thought he was going to play a free kick there for a minute.
8 minutes gone. Third quarter. Head and Smith again. Oh, it's volleyball at the moment. They're all having a swipe at the footy. Evans tried to take it. So did Simon Campbell. It's pretty rugged in there at the moment, and they force it over as a pack over the line and out for a throw-in.
It's ugly footy at the present time.
And a bit more pushing and shoving, but the ball will be thrown in half-forward flank again for Tooronga Malvern.
Ball's thrown in. Head doing the ruck work, gets the ball sideways, but Perry Thompson's going to run on it. So does Monaghan, or Stanfield it is. Stanfield knocks the ball forward, but it's going to be a free kick for holding the ball. He dragged it in underneath him, and Perry Thompson will take the resultant free kick. So Thompson at half-back.
Thompson now, veteran, former East Brighton player, heads around towards the wing. Oh, going up very high was McConkey, but well before acceptances, and nobody was able to take the mark. It's over and out for a throw-in. Right on the centre wing now, in front of our commentary position, Social Club side of the ground here at Clayton. 9 minutes gone. Third term. It's the Saints by 2 points. Ball propelled back into play. Head in front. Won the tap again as he's done so often. Simmons' kick was smothered there by Phelan, who got the hand pass to Campbell. He shrugs a tackle and then boots it up towards the forward line. Tazian was a target. Couldn't take the mark. They dive on the footy. Pushed out there by McConkey. Over towards Grundy. Grundy a snap at goal is away to the left and through for a point.
His Reg Grundy's need to be jockey performance.
So... a point to St Kilda City, and Simon Campbell in a little bit of trouble right in front of us here on the centre wing as he's attended to by trainers.
He was in the pack of players that he got collected pretty heavily.
St Kilda City 8-2-50. Tooronga Malvern 7-5-47.
And it'll be Mark Oram to bring the ball back into play for the combine. Goes to that outer side. He's looking out there for Salmon. Found him on the left foot. He's going to kick it to the half-forward line. Working back there for the Saints was Needham. He did have the footy, then he lost it, got it back and kicked it back towards the centre wing. But a good strong mark taken there by Hanley for the combine.
Marcus Hanley's worked hard today. Kicks the ball in towards the half-forward line. Fawcett's the target and found it. Fawcett at half-forward. And plays on straight away. Got it over now towards Jay Baker. A long kick in towards goal is just off target for a point. So Tooronga Malvern moves to 7-6, 48. St Kilda City 8-2, 50. It's a 2-point ball game as the short kick comes out here to Fernando Pecure.
Pecure on the left foot, going towards centre wing, looking for Johnson. It's over the back where Jack Grundy's there, knocks the ball forward, but knocks it on and it goes towards the boundary line, over for a throw-in.
10, nearly 11 minutes gone now in this third term. Only 2 points separate these two sides. They've had some great battles this season. But the prize today is the ultimate one, a premiership flag, as the ball's tossed back in, knocked again forward by Head, further afield by John Martin. They push it over towards Evans. He's tackled there by Thompson. Oh, they're going in hard over there. Monaghan scooped it up. He's played a great game. Got the hand pass over in the direction here of Della Huntley in towards the forward line, but it's over and out and will be thrown in.
Della Huntley hasn't got his hand on the footy all that often in the forward line for Tooronga Malvern. He is a goal kicker, and they will want to get the ball to him more often if they can. Right beside the behind post, the ball is thrown back into play. Up they go, goes to the front of the pack. Pecure gets a hand pass to Jay Bruno. He's onto the left foot, but it's a bit wide, and it's going to be over the boundary line on the full, and Tooronga Malvern will take that resultant free kick.
So the combine doing plenty of attacking in this third term. They still trail by 2 points. Centering the footy in towards centre half forward. Oh, good reading of the play there on that occasion by Andrew Mohassi. Drifted across, took a good mark, then bombed it long in towards the centre. Up they go, no mark taken. Spilled over here towards John Martin. They're ruffling it a bit. Mark Oram, then back to Martin. Martin now, a floaty torp in towards James Head. He marks the attacking side of the centre square.
He's going to go onto the left foot. Oh, it's a rotten kick off the side of the boot. It's going to be a race for the football. Stanfield's in front, throws himself on the ground. Ryan Webb's there, got the hand pass out, and they're able to go back into attack, the Saints, but it's sitting underneath the balls. Marcus Hanley quickly with the left foot goes to centre wing, finds Monaghan there. He plays on straight away onto the right foot in towards the full forward area. High flyers wanted some up, but none took the mark. Gets rebounded. Saints opportunity. Johnson it is. He's with Fawcett, and Fawcett's clever, able to keep the ball back. Tackled straight away. Hand pass comes out. Fawcett's in again. Shrugs a tackle. Shows the ball to the opposition. One way then the other. Hand passes it to nobody in particular. Underneath that was Hayward. He couldn't get the ball, and it's going to be a ball up on centre wing.
Hard at it now. The intensity rising in this third quarter. Only 2 points the difference. And the combine putting this St Kilda City defence under plenty of pressure in this term. Ball's thrown high in the air by umpire Clement. Head won the tap again. Oh, taken by Monaghan on his knees on that occasion. Couldn't get it away. St Kilda City have the numbers here, but they're working hard. John Martin in there, and he might have won a free kick for Tooronga Malvern for a high tackle. He has, as lightning starts sheeting over the ground here. John Martin kicks the ball in towards the centre.
Up in towards the centre position. Walker was there, knocked the ball away. Hand pass came out from Johnson across to Walker. He kicks it long. There is McConkey. He's dispossessed. They have to go in a second and third time. Oh, body on body clashes there. McElroy's back there. He gets his boot to the ball like a good backman, but Fernando Pecure is there to accept the mark. Plays on in towards centre half forward, and Ben Zosens is there and takes a chest mark uncontested.
So St Kilda City feeling the heat now from Tooronga Malvern. Throwing down the gauntlet in this third term. They need a steadier. A combine. Playing their way back into the game. Zosens now going to have a go at this. Puts the ball on its way. It's a beautiful long kick. Up they fly in the goal square. No mark taken. Spilled to the towards the boundary line. They go in after it. Still in play. And before they push it over, it'll be thrown in only metres around from the behind post. 50 plays 48.
At the 15-minute mark of the third quarter, 2 points the difference. 50 versus 48 as the ball's thrown back into play. Pushing and shoving. The ball comes to McElroy. Hand pass over the top of his head. He's looking there for El Sweeney. Jay Bruno's in there for the Saints. He eludes a bump beautifully. Blind turns another opponent. In they go. McElroy picks up the footy now and scruffy kick. He was going for the boundary line. It's over and on the full, in fact. So the free kick didn't have to be given for deliberate. It was kicked too far in the right direction.
It was a shocking kick out on deliberate anyway.
There was nobody there. He didn't have anyone to go to.
Thompson now kicks it long in towards the forward line. Up high was Phelan, couldn't take the mark. Fawcett's got it, dispossessed. Spilt clear over towards Matt Simmons now. Simmons for the Panthers in towards the centre wing. But Julia Smith sticks up the big long arms and marks it on the centre wing. Fed off the hand pass again to Thompson.
He goes in towards centre half forward. Leaping high was Jay Baker. Couldn't take the mark. Recovers. In they go again. Lots of players in amongst the footy. Tooronga Malvern with the ball and the numbers. They give it across to Hanley. He gets the ball off, but it's towards the boundary line. The free kick's going to go to Hanley as he was grabbed after he had the football hand passed away from him, and he's going to take the free kick. Half-back flank for Tooronga Malvern.
This is good stuff in this third quarter.
2 points the difference.
Hanley now. Kicks it long, up towards the half-forward line. St Kilda City players flew together. No mark taken nonetheless. Spilled to the base of the pack there. They all pile in, and umpire Paul Vaughan will come in and ball it up. 16 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter.
Ball's thrown high in the air. Up they go. Head gets a knockout. Quickly onto the boot by Coombs. In towards centre half forward position. Pecure's in front. Tries to get the free kick. Stanfield goes in. In they go again. Picks up the ball and kicks it in towards the goal square. 2-out duel. Too good. The Saints punch it away. It goes to Nick Porter. He's dispossessed, but he recovers, gets the ball out, and Ben Zosens takes it on the half-back flank on that outer side.
And he heads in towards the centre of the ground. Fawcett works himself into position, but he's already infringed. Free kick going St Kilda City's way to the magician, Chrissy Phelan. Phelan with the ball. To defensive side of the centre square. Kicks it over towards Simon Johnson. He's got the mark. He's got it on the attacking side of the centre square and immediately peels off the hand pass.
Ben Zosens kicks it long into the forward line. Up goes Tasman, comes to Walker, screws it over his head. It's a high kick. Up they go. And a good mark taken by James Head in defence. Played a great game so far for the Combine. Gets the ball across to Hanley on the half-back flank on that outer side. Another chip pass. He's looking for Shane Evans. Found him. Evans at half-back.
Evans now. Puts the ball over towards the centre wing. Oh, he's got a player over here all on his own.
Coombs.
That's Steve Coombs who took the mark in towards the centre of the ground. Fawcett had to dive and just got it like a slips catch, virtually in the centre of the ground for the Combine. He turns around and handballs it straight away over to Marcus Hanley, who slips over at the crucial moment. He's besieged, turns the ball over, taken on this occasion now by Perry Thompson, in towards Bruno, who also has a fit of the fumbles, spills over towards Steve Rizzio.
He goes for the ball, but he doesn't take it with him. The ball finds its way to the boundary and it'll be a throw-in to take place. 18 minutes gone in the third quarter. You're listening to this action on 88.3 Southern FM. Southern FM for Southern football as the ball's thrown back into play. James Head takes the front position, gets the tap out, but Phelan sharks it onto the left foot. It's a beautiful pass, but it's over the top of their head. Simon Johnson a chance to run onto it. He goes past the footy. Salmon misses it as well. In the end, it was Johnson that got his foot to the ball, and it just struggled to keep inside or outside the boundary line. It filled them all.
Just desperate stuff.
Then went over the boundary line. It's right beside the behind post forward pocket in front of the club rooms here at Clayton.
So danger here for Tooronga Malvern. Ball's tossed back in, thumped down to the base of the pack, taken by Jay Baker. Kicks it high, his kick's gone straight up in the air. McElroy's underneath it, little kick off the ground is going to bounce just inside the boundary line. Oh, bounce back in. They all thought it was going out. It didn't. Over the footy now is Sweeney. He's knocked aside. It's very, very scrambly at the moment. They all pile in, it'll be balled up. Sorry, John, what was that score? Thanks, mate.
Umpire Clement lets them all get up. Simon Johnson, he holds his stomach, so, geez, where did that all come from? I was hit by a Mack truck. As the ball's now thrown in the air by umpire Clement, wanting to get on with it. Head rises high, goes towards McElroy, sharked by Zosens. His kick is wide. It's over the boundary line into the crowd, and it'll be a Tooronga Malvern free kick. Nick Hayward to take it for them in the back pocket position.
So 19.5 minutes gone, 2 points the difference. Third term, in towards the centre wing it goes. The ball fisted away from James. Head came to Zozens. Zozens a quick hand pass to Phelan. He once again has all the time in the world before spinning a little pass. No mark taken. Taken by Jay Baker. Got the hand pass over here in the direction now of Nick Hayward. They all pile in on top of the ball again. It's only 25 metres out from St Kilda City's goal. It'll be a ball up. This is intense. Desperate stuff here in this third quarter. St Kilda City by 2 points.
Thrown in the air, up they go. Comes down, Zozens runs onto it. He's on the right foot, it's unfamiliar for him. It's into the forward pocket. Tezian was whizzy grabbed. In they go, they throw themselves in. One on top of another. Umpire Clement says, this is desperate. They'll have to throw it up here.
Oh, this is great stuff. $8 for this. What do you got to pay? $89 for an AFL piece of rubbish.
And waiting for umpire Clement now. He's in control, throws the ball high, up they go. Picked up, snapped by Mokasi, but it's touched. Oh, umpire Hooper's right on the spot there. And there's a big bolt of lightning behind him. That didn't upset him one bit. Put up the one finger, one behind.
Yes, John? Thanks, John.
So it'll be the ball will be brought back into play. It comes by in towards a half back flank. Up they go. No one takes a mark. Desperation from Tooronga Malvern burst their way through. Salmon's racing for it with Campbell, and it's over the boundary line and thrown in.
Just over 21 minutes into this third quarter, and it's St Kilda City by 3 points. Tooronga Malvern coming right back into the contest in this third term. Ball's tossed back in. Head pushed under the ball. Monaghan actually won the tap. Taken here by Mohassi as a siren goes for three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, it's St Kilda City 8-3-51. Tooronga Malvern 7-6-48.
It's the game. It's the hope and it's the glory. It's the pleasure and the pain. It's the reason for the season, and it wouldn't be the same.
And it's the final quarter. The ball's thrown in the air. Up they go. Head got the knockout. Running through was Monaghan. Kicks the ball towards the half-forward flank. Back there's Johnson. He couldn't take the ball with him. Jay Baker's there. It's a scrubby kick at the ball, and it's over on the full, and it's going to be a St Kilda City free kick. It's going to go Dylan Reisiger, but there was no need for Jay Baker to actually kick the ball. It was going to go out of bounds anyway. He helped it on its way. 9-iron shot, and it went over the boundary line.
So it's Reisiger now, boots the ball out of defence, long, good kicking towards the centre wing. They all fly, but just sitting at the back there, taking the mark was Brendan Powell for Tooronga Malvern. He kicks it over towards Mayer, could have been interfered with. Umpire said no, it was okay. Tapped back over here towards Phelan, and he gets the hand pass away. In there was Monaghan, but taken by Zozens. He got it onto his left foot quickly, in towards Rizzio. Rizzio marks attacking side of the centre square.
Knows what finals footy's all about, Steve Rizzio. He kicks it long, looking for the tall timber to take the mark. It hits the base of the pack. In they go. Oh, it could have been a free kick, but play on, says the umpire, as the combine are able to kick the ball out of defence. Fawcett's there. His delivery's towards the half-back flank where Head's underneath it, and they're just keeping the ball in, the Saints, and it's picked up nicely by McConkey. He gets a little quick kick, but it's intercepted by Tooronga Malvern. The boundary line's there. That bit of rain at three-quarter times made the surface slippery, and it's a bit more difficult to control the football.
Just rained in between the breaks it has today, which has suited everybody perfectly. Ball's come back in, tapped down by James Head, but the Saints, they tried to get it through the half-forward line, can't do so. They're diving on it in desperation. Stanfield's over there, they dive on him, flicked out here, over here towards Fawcett, was it back there, or Mark Oram? They work it towards the boundary line again. Fawcett just keeping it in play over there. Oh, gee, that was Powell, just went down, looked like he copped one. Whistle on play, and it's going to be a Tooronga Malvern free kick.
Fawcett's going to have it as well. So the umpire, Paul Vaughan, is right on the ball here. They've given the ball across to Fawcett. Paul Fawcett has the ball at the present time, and I think he's going to end up kicking it. Is it a blood rule for Powell, who is going off the ground with a blood rule? Looks as though he's copped one across the nose. Bit of claret from the snoz box, Darryl?
Claret from the snoz box, eh?
Yep. Looks like that to me. He's being replaced by Johnny Martin. So he's out of his comfort zone and onto the ground. Fawcett now brings the ball back into play, kicking it long. Alson Kilda City, and nice mark in the end by the Saints. Play on as he went off. That was Sean Cotter that took the mark. It was a good one, 3-1. Up they go. Sweeney couldn't take the mark for the combine. The ball hits the ground and they're in under it. Gee, it's ferreting around in there. The ball's got to come out sooner or later. It hasn't as yet as they go in. And it's like a rugby scrum. And if we could just get rid of this part of our footy, I'd be more pleased about it.
Yeah, very tense in the early stages of this final term of a grand final. Head won the tap from that throw up. Chance near for the combine, but that kick from John Martin is smothered by Chris Phelan and it will bounce over and out for a throw in. So it's still on the half forward flank for St Kilda City, outer side of the ground. It's the Saints, 8-3-51, Tooronga Malvern 7-6-48, 3-point ball game.
Balls now comes back into play from the boundary umpire. Head gets another knockdown, but it goes to Smith. He hand passes up in the air. Fawcett ends up with it and gets a rushed kick back towards the centre wing. Perry Thompson was underneath it. Fernando PQ has kicked it. It's off his boot and over the boundary line on the fall. So Tooronga Malvern will take the free kick.
And it's chance to put themselves into attack here from the centre wing. Looks like Evans, long, high kick. Jackson's underneath. No one actually got their fist to the hand of the footy. Now Cotter dives on it with desperation, picked it up and got a kick away. Did it well. In towards the centre wing, the centre of the ground at least. McElroy marks for Tooronga Malvern. Over towards Evans, striding out after it. Will he keep it in? Does so. Tapped it back towards Matty Stanfield. Here's danger. Stanfield steams in. He's kicking towards goal. It's through for one of the goals of the day.
What a beauty!
Corporate Design is proud to again be a major sponsor of the Southern Football League's media coverage. For the very best in office fit-outs, give them a call on 9876 3345.
Oh, a magnificent goal there from Matty Stanfield. That's a team lifter in the first goal of a final quarter of a grand final, and that puts the combine in front.
What about the punch on it? It was a beauty as the ball's now thrown into the air. At the boundary umpires picked an infringement. It's going against Tooronga Malvern, and Julius Smith will take the free kick. Oh, it's a little kick. Goes to Campbell. Hand pass ends up with Bruno. He got a hand pass off, puts his teammates in danger. Ben Zosens tries, picks it up and kicks the ball high. Looking for high flyers there in the forward line. It comes free. They rush onto the football, working it. Matt Simmons for Tooronga Malvern. He's underneath the footy, but he's getting a free kick for an incorrect tackle. And Rob Walker just throws his hands in the air in despair.
So Simmons with the ball. Tooronga Malvern 8-6-54. St Kilda City 8-3-51. The Panthers by 3 points. Come around to the outer side of the ground and a good mark over the top by Matt Monaghan. Well in the reckoning for the Dingley International Player of the Day. He's put in a pearler today for the combine. Monaghan now boots it long over towards the centre wing. Jackson flies high but a bit early, waiting at the back, taking the mark there for St Kilda City. Was Sammy Needham.
He was lucky because he was off. Now he hand passes the ball. Perry Thompson has it, runs the full distance, then with the left foot goes to the half forward flank, looking for Mark Tasman. He leads out, doesn't take the mark. McElroy's there. Hand pass comes out to Stanfield. Matty Stanfield kicks the ball short, looking for his teammates. The defence of the Saints. Jackson gets the ball out for Tooronga Malvern. Hand pass comes out again, but it's the Saints through Perry Thompson, who has the footy, kicks it into the centre of the ground.
He targets Phelan, cleverly tapped it over, but unable to take it was Jack Grundy. The ball's still loose in the centre. They all dive in after it, desperately trying to get a possession. Well, Tooronga Malvern player copping one high on that occasion was Matt Simmons, but umpire Old Clemens says, give it to me. He'll ball it up virtually right in the centre circle.
He was in the wrong position to see Simmons' high tackle, but desperation football.
Up they go, and a little kick out of there by Fawcett. Only went about 5 metres. Diving on it was Tim Mayer. The hand pass coming out to Evans. He's lifted in this last quarter through the hands of Jackson. Came over towards Stanfield, who kicked that last goal. He screws it back, but he's missed everything this time, and it's over and out on the full. Dylan Rice going to take the kick out of the last line of defence for the Saints. The
teammates needed to let him know that he was clear. It was a bit of a rushed kick as he threw the ball onto his boot. But that time he was a fair distance away from the goals. Waiting for the ball to come back into the ground. It's been kicked out into Horton Road. Any scores from around the grounds, John? Okay. Ball now is thrown back into the arena, and Dylan Rosiger has a footy for the Saints. He's in the back pocket beside the behind post. Kicks it long.
And chipping in is Jay Baker, though, and takes a very handy mark on the half-forward flank for Tooronga Malvern. He's been a will-o'-the-wisp for the Panthers today. Jay Baker. He's also kicked 2 goals. This distance might test him here. He'll be looking to feed it off. No, he says, I'm going to kick it long. Does so. It's a beautiful long kick just off hands, right on the goal line and through for a point. 1 point. Oh, keeper's posted there, John. Good stuff.
As it's Perry Thompson that looks up to see which way he's going to bring the ball back into play for the Saints. It's a thriller here at the Clayton Reserve 2005 Grand Finals. He pokes it out towards the half-back line. Ryan Webb's there, plays it on straight away. Dylan Reisiger picks the ball, kicks the ball towards the centre wing, punch from behind. Steve Rizzio runs onto it. Oh, he gets around opponents and then kicks it high, going to bring rain.
And high it gives, up towards the half-forward line. Cotter running the same way as a footy, couldn't mark it. Chance here for Tooronga Malvern, screwed it back, no one home. Oh, Johnson dives on it for St Kilda City, then has a second effort. McElroy's there, so's Mayer, back over to McElroy. Puts it in towards the half-forward line. Oh, they've got 2 players on their own here, Tooronga Malvern. Chance here for Jay Baker, he's bundled off, and the ball is seen over the line. Good work by Perry Thompson.
Oh, that was pressure from Perry Thompson. He had 2 players he had to beat. He had to get the ball across the boundary line, and he used a bit of muscle to do it fairly, but the outcome was brilliant for the Saints. Throw-in to take place.
And in she comes. At half forward for Tooronga Malvern. Fisted away by Evans. Thompson couldn't take it with him. Chance here now for Needham. Got the ball out and they're out of defence momentarily. In towards the centre wing it goes. Still over here towards Zozens. Running onto Tuoso was Walker. Chance here now for Tooronga Malvern. Through the agency of Hannell. Hanley in towards Baker, and Baker's marked in the forward pocket for Tooronga Malvern, 20 metres out from goal.
This game has ebbed and flowed, and at the present time it's running with the combine. Jay Baker to line up for this shot at goal. Nearly 10 minutes of the final term gone. Tooronga Malvern 4 points up. This to go to a 10-point lead. He's right on the boundary line. He's not that far out, 15 metres out. He's put it over the top of umpire Hooper's head. Another goal on the board to Tooronga Malvern.
Whatever the occasion, Big Man's Bus Tours will get you there. Big Man's Bus Tours, proudly supporting SFL football.
Very valuable goal to Jay Baker at the 10.5-minute mark of the final quarter.
That takes them on to 9-7-61. 10 points up on the Saints. 8-3-51. Can the Saints come back? Ball's back with umpire Vaughan. He's throwing the ball up in the centre of the ground. Head gets a knockout. It was looking for Stanfield. Perry Thompson playing a great game, but it's Monaghan gets the boot to ball, and the ball 30 metres down the ground before it's out of bounds in front of our commentary position. Half forward for Tooronga Malvern.
And this is happening everywhere at the moment here. Full of intensity in this last quarter. Ball's tossed back in, tapped down there, opportunity for Fawcett, couldn't take it. Zossens taps it back. Hanley's in after it again, gets thumped over the line, and the umpire says that's okay. It'll be tossed back in. Half forward flank, grandstand side. Tooronga Malvern in attack, they lead by 10 points.
The big men do.
Sorry, John?
Thank you, as the ball's thrown back into play. Up they go, it goes to the front. Fawcett's underneath it. He gets it forward. A little kick off the ground by Coombs. Moves the ball another 10 metres down the ground. It's near the 40-metre arc here at Clayton Reserve. Still in front of our commentary position.
So the ball about to be tossed back in. Another goal here would really break the spirit of St Kilda City. They need the next one. But it's in the danger zone. In they come. Tapped over towards the back. Taken by the dangerous Matty Stanfield. He's tackled. Loses it. Jay Bruno wins the free kick for an incorrect disposal.
Bruno plays on straight away and kicks it to centre wing. He's looking there for his coach in Rob Walker. But the ball bounces in front of him. He skids along on his knees and he takes it over the boundary line. Throw in will take place. Dead on centre wing.
So the breakaways become even more important as the moments tick away. Ball tossed back in. Comes down here towards Hanley, couldn't take it. Taken by Evans. Gets his kick in. It's a wobbly torpedo in towards the centre of the ground. Perry Thompson comes across and marks on his chest.
Quickly onto the left foot, looking for McCuckey. He's there on that centre wing on that outer side. He wanted to go quickly, but the umpire said no, he hasn't gone over the mark. He just slipped at the inopportune time. Now it's the long raking right foot kick, heads in front. 2 bites of the cherry, and he's taken the mark in front of the pack. So he's going to hold up the Saints' drive towards the goals. What a bit of entertainment here today at this grand final.
Look, this is sensational community footy. It really is, as the ball is kicked back out of the last line of defence again for the combine, high up towards the centre wing. Goodson Kilda City mark over there. Who was that? Dylan Reisiger, was it? Or big Julia Smith? Smith marked it. Mahassi, thanks very much, Benny. In towards the forward line. Heads there again and takes yet another mark. This bloke is a champion.
He's been hit in the face.
He's copped one and gone to the ground.
And umpire Vaughan must have looked away at the inopportune time, because he looks there and says, how did he get down there? I didn't see that.
No, well, I didn't either. I just saw him take what was a very, very good mark, and then he just went straight to the ground.
Well, we look at it on the replay and we might have wasted another 20 seconds. And that's great for the combine. Hand pass comes off. Then they go long. Mark Oram it is, kicking the ball to the centre wing, looking for Action Jackson. Cotter's there, but a free kick's going Jackson's way as he was shepherded out of that marking contest. So Rick Jackson, the veteran for Tooronga Malvern.
So the momentum with the Panthers now in the grand final as Jackson boots it long in towards the forward line. Coombs is back. Cotter comes over and thumps it 30 metres over the line, and it'll be thrown in between half forward and forward pocket for Tooronga Malvern. They lead by 10 points, 9-7-61. St Kilda City 8-3-51. 14 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter.
Ball's about to be brought back into play. It's right near the scoreboard here at Clayton Reserve as the ball's thrown back into play. In they go. The knockout was by Meyer. He couldn't keep control of the footy, however, but the Saints, they get it. Andrew McCuckey. He kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. It's high and force it. He's with courage has gone in and taken a chest mark. They were coming all over the top of him. He kept his eye on the footy and took the mark. He's played a great game again today for the combine. Kicks the ball long. They're looking for Myers. Punched, but the Saints able to come away with the footy back towards the centre wing position. Jay Bruno takes the mark. He's in front of Hanley.
And it was a good mark. He was surrounded by Tooronga Malvern players. Bruno, very talented player, in towards Sammy Dager. Dager comes out and marks. Handballs it off straight away. Over here in the direction of Nick Porter. Porter centres the ball. No mark taken there. Chance for Tooronga Malvern to move the ball out of defence with a hand pass over to Fawcett. Cops a high one, spins out of trouble. Onto the right foot. His little pass is marked over here by Evans.
Evans plays on straight away. Oh, they got Stanfield all by himself, but good work there by the Saints. Tazian, he was able to intercept it, gets a little kick around his body and finds Andrew McCuckey in there at centre of the ground.
Mahassi's playing a fantastic last quarter here for St Kilda City and bombs it high and long, looking for high flyers. Up they go. Thompson went early, spilled down to the base of the pack. They all pile in on top of the footy, and the umpire will have no option but to ball it up centre half forward position for St Kilda City.
16 minutes gone in the final quarter. 51 plays 61. The combine in front by 10 points. It's at centre half forward. It's within kicking distance of goal. And the umpire, Vaughan, throws it into the air. Up they go. Walker probably got the tap out. They try to burst their way through with sheer strength. It doesn't work as there's so many players in there. Finally, the ball comes out. It's an opportunity for Campbell. He swings it around his body, but he's just offline. He's just about shaved the post, and it's through for a minor score. So that takes them on to 8 goals for 52. They whittle it down to 9 points now, and the ball will be brought back into play.
And a good long kick out by Uram, looking for head over his head. Spilt to Stanfield at the back. Got it over towards Monaghan. Monaghan in towards the centre wing, looking for Jackson. Fisted away from him. Smith taps it further on. Monaghan's in there again. Picks it up. This fella's a brilliant player. Onto the left foot. Centres it in towards Evans. Can't quite get there before it bounces. Tackled by two St Kilda City players and loses the ball. Dylan Reisiger will take the free kick for the Saints at centre half back.
What a great bit of vision though from Monaghan. He saw Evans all there at centre half forward all by himself, but he's just a little slow. So it'll be Rosiger now for the Saints. At centre half back, he chips one in, looking for Mark Tazian. He's come right down the ground. Now kicks it, thumps the ball towards the half forward line, looking for Simon Johnson. One hand up, couldn't take the mark. In they go, Zozens is there. He has it. It's snatched away from him. Ball comes free, goes out and finds Matt Simmons. He couldn't get a boot to the ball. Johnson's there. Hand pass is errant, but it picked up by Campbell. Simon Campbell keeps the ball in, but it just went out. The boundary umpire says, mine. I'll blow the whistle. I'll throw it in.
Mahassi was waiting for it. He was on his own at half forward and fisted the palm of his hand when it went out. Throw in there, tapped away again by Head. Rizzio runs onto it, spins around now, onto that right foot, in towards the half-forward line. Chance here, fisted away by the Tooronga Malvern defence, and they force it over and out for another throw in. Half-forward flank for St Kilda City. Social Club side of the ground, and it's Tooronga Malvern by 9 points at the 18-minute mark.
If the spectators had seats, they'd be on the front of them for certain. And up goes the ball, goes in. Races on for the footy. In they go hard for the ball. It was Hanley that tried hard, but Bruno got a hand pass out. Tazian runs onto the footy for the Saints. Screws it around his body. It's a high kick. It's going into the goal square. High flyers wanted, but Steve Coombs is back there, safe as ever, and takes a mark for the combine. Plays on straight away, going to that outer side.
Long kick too. Tazian backs back, taps it away. In there is Stanfield. Can't pick it up. Kicked away there by Powell. He's tackled there by Julia Smith. That was a throw though, says umpire Clement, and Julia Smith to win to take the free kick for St Kilda City. He's right, virtually on the centre wing, with Matty Stanfield standing the mark.
Plenty of time, 19 minutes gone in the last quarter, kicking it into the pocket. Up they go. No one could take the mark. It comes out, a shot at goal. It looks as though it's through for the Saints. Jay Bruno, is it?
Yep.
Jay Bruno's put a goal on the board for the Saints. It's now within 3 points.
Southern Footy Saturday is proudly supported by Aquamax Hot Water Systems. Aquamax, Australian made, Australian owned.
So it's 9 goals of 4. That's 58 to Tooronga Malvern, 7-9-61. They just keep ahead.
9-7-61, yep. So the ball back in the centre with umpire Vaughan. 3 points the difference. 19, nearly 20 minutes gone. Went over Baker's head on that occasion, taken by Mahassi. He's kicked in towards the forward line for St Kilda City. Out they come in defence, the desperate Tooronga Malvern defenders. Oh, Salmon's hand pass was intercepted. They lock it up at half forward now. Chance here for Rizzio. He swings his opponent to the ground. And umpire Clement says, give it to me. Couldn't get rid of it. It'll be balled up between centre and centre half forward for St Kilda City. The Saints trail by 3 points.
The umpires have put the whistle away. They're just letting the players go at it as hard as they can. And we're seeing plenty of it. Players are throwing themselves in. Probably 5 to 10 minutes of this last quarter to go at the most. As the head gets the ball down, Tazian picks it up. He gets a boot to ball. It's right into the teeth of goal. High flyers wanted. Could have been a free kick there, but umpire says play on. Tapped sideways, gives the opportunity, but McElroy's there, works well in defence, fourth combine. Fawcett picks it up, gets a long kick towards the centre wing position.
Nobody at all home for Tooronga Malvern, and Sean Cotter, the Saints skipper, drifts across and take an uncontested mark. His short pass in towards half forward, and it's a St Kilda City mark just inside the boundary line of Ben Zozens. Zozens now. Big left foot top, right up in towards the goal square. Big St Kilda City mark, was it? Snap it goal, it's a St Kilda City goal. They've hit the front.
Their 10th goal. 10 goals for 64. 3 points in front of Tooronga Malvern, 9-7-61.
Didn't see who kicked that, Benny.
Neither did I.
That was kicked out of that pack of players right down on the goal line. But valuable goal to St Kilda City. 21 and a half minutes gone. It's the Saints by 3 points as the ball's bounced in the centre. Head goes up. Won the tap down. Bruno couldn't take it with him. They desperately try to get the ball out of the centre. Fisted away back here by Porter. Tooronga Malvern now through Stanfield. Picks it up. Big kick in towards the forward line. Johnson backs back. It's knocked away from him. Wrapped up in a tackle there was Cotter. Spins out of trouble. Loses it again. It spills over to Dagger and they're away. The Saints.
Second, Sammy Dagger going out to the half-back line. But before anybody could take the mark, and especially Ben Zozens, the ball's over the boundary line. Everybody and just on tender hooks at the present time as the ball's thrown back into play. Smith gets to the front position. Fawcett runs onto the footy. Gets his boot to the ball. Screws it around, but Tasman's back there for the Saints and he'll slow it down. 22.5 minutes gone on the final quarter in this grand final.
Zozin goes in short. And he's got a teammate over there right on the centre wing.
Now that is Zozins with it.
With Ben Zozins again. Okay, long kick by Zozins, and it is a good long kick. Up they go to St Kilda City players. 5-1 held the mark though, and he's been paid just forward of the centre wing on that outer side of the ground. When they pick up, I'll tell you who it is. It's Perry Thompson, is it? It is. The veteran has the ball and he's taking all the time in the world because the Saints lead by 3 points and we've been playing more than 23 minutes in the last quarter of the grand final.
Thompson just sees a teammate, but that was lax. Powell comes through, couldn't take the ball with him, but Tooronga Malvern have released the ball from the grips of the St Kilda City team. It's over the boundary line, another throw in at half-back. Half-back flank on that outer side. Waiting for the ball to come in.
We need the countdown clock, Benny, as the ball's tossed in. Head got the tap down. They push it forward again and picked up here and kicked out of trouble in towards the centre wing. Spilled over the back of the pack, but there's St Kilda City players everywhere on the defensive side of the ground. But a free kick going to Tooronga Malvern's way here. And it's been taken by, who's that over there? Jackson, was it? Goes in short. That was risky to Sweeney. He'll get wrapped up in a tackle and lose it. It's in dispute in the centre of the ground again. They're throwing themselves in with desperation. And umpire Paul Vaughan will blow the whistle and ball it up. It's right inside the centre circle.
Yeah, it wasn't a great kick across the ground. May have been better to go long. But
one's the order of the day now, Benny.
3 points the difference. 10-4, 64 to 9-7, 61 as the ball's thrown up, heading into ruck. It goes over Fawcett's head. The Saints through. Andrew McCarthy goes forward into the forward pocket. Punched. That was Phelan. Tries to kick off the ground. It was a clever thought, but didn't come off. In they go again. Powell's there first. Tooronga Malvern pick it up. Hanley wasn't. In the back. Play on. And Oram kicks the ball back, but Mark Tasman's all by himself.
They've crowded the back lines in Kilda City. He's gone in short to Johnson, and Johnson marks virtually in the centre of the ground for the Saints. They could have this now if they can keep possession. Kicks over towards Thompson. Now it's Ben Zozins again, and Zozins has it. He's played a great game for the Saints. In towards the forward pocket. Bruno's left unattended. He's marked about 50 metres out.
Yeah, he'll take all the time in the world, and if he can put a goal through here, then it's a definitely good night to Tooronga Malvern. At the start of this quarter, we would have thought that Tooronga Malvern had the flow and that we're going to kick away from. There's the siren! The grand final's been won by the Saints. 10 goals for 64. They win by 3 points. 9-7, 61.
So St Kilda City victorious and winning their way through to Division 1 in 2006.
It's the hope and it's the glory. It's the pleasure and the pain. It's the reason for the season, and it wouldn't be the same. It's the game. It's the game.
The umpires now receiving their medallions down there on the dais.
It's the hope and it's the glory.
And very shortly, the St Kilda City players will receive their medallions. But what a magnificent game of football we witnessed here this afternoon. Very, very good crowd, and I tell you what, there's probably hundreds of people out there in the arena at the moment, scattered around in an arc around the dais, where the umpires are receiving their premiership medallions. Field umpires Paul Vaughan, Al Clement. Emergency umpire Burburn. Boundary umpires Neil Mortimer, Nick Ellery, with Brett McGeorge and Nick Hooper in the goals.
Daryl with me, Sammy Dager, and Sammy, you've seen a couple of premierships here with the Saints. Is this as good as the others?
Mate, what can you say? I mean, we thought we were hanging in there at the end, and then for Pistol to just finish it off the way he did, it's probably, you couldn't have written a better script, I don't think.
So big night tonight for the Sainters?
Oh, I think it'll be huge, mate. I've got a couple of days off work, so I've pre-planned nicely, and we've got a few young blokes who know how to have a good time, and I just can't wait. It's going to be a huge couple of days.
Anyway, congratulations. Great win.
Thanks, Benny. Much appreciated. Thanks for your support.
Good on you, Sammy. Slamming Sammy Dager there.
We've
Veteran.
got Jay Bruno as well, and Jay, you were in and under the footy. It was some pretty hard body clashes today.
Yeah, no, well, you can tell it was a grand final. You can tell it's a lot different. The intensity, it was just awesome football. Thank you to all the supporters, all my friends. I'll get the DVD of this.
You haven't been in a grand final previously?
Never. And I had the Thumbles.
Anyway, we'll go. Well done.
What a great moment for these St Kilda City players as they start now to receive their medallions as part of a premiership team, something that they will never forget. A memory they can carry with them for the rest of their lives. Not everybody gets to play in a premiership team. Ben Zosens going up getting his medallion. But they had good players right round the ground, and both sides did. Jay Bruno now just going up to get his medallion. Simon Campbell, who was a very good, solid player in the midfield for them without being spectacular. And getting the medallion draped around their neck with the green and white colours of the Southern Football League ribbon. Holding it all in place. Some veterans in this side, and Sammy Dager, who we just heard on the interview with Benny, one of the veterans, now getting another premiership medal around his neck. And a very elated Sammy Dager. May even be the first premiership side he's played in. I'm not sure. He certainly don't think he played in the seniors back in their last premiership year in Division 1. So some of these players, just young kids, Jack Grundy and some of these guys. So they do have some great young talent down there at St Kilda City. They'll need it in Division 1 next year. They were winless in Division 1 last year. Came down in Division 2, regrouped, and have gone straight back up after only one season. Simon Johnson, a member of their last Division 1 premiership side, punches the air in elation at getting his medallion. And you can see highlights of both this Division 2 Grand Final and the Division 3 Grand Final next Saturday morning on the Southern Footy Show on Channel 31 between 9 and 10:30. Ricky McConkey just getting his medallion. Having trouble finding some of these players. They're so entrenched in the middle of the crowd.
Andrew Mockasey they're waiting for. He finally gets out there.
He's come from the back of the crowd. They played a great game, Andrew Mahasi. I thought he was fantastic, especially in that second half. Certainly among their very, very good players. And it will be a big night in the old town tonight at St Kilda, no doubt about that. Sammy Needham getting his medal around his neck. And the Tooronga Malvern players, dejected, would be slumped in their rooms now thinking that could have been us out there. It could have very easily been, because it was oh so close. But the Saints home in the end by 3 points, 10-9-64. That can't be right, 10-9-69 to 9-7-61. Fernando Piquer, another veteran of the 2002 flag side, gets his medallion. Very, very large crowd of people still staying on here and applauding the St Kilda City players. And Dylan Roesiger, who played a great game. Steve Rizzio now being called up to the dais. Another player who adds a second premiership medallion to his collection. And big Julius Smith, the former South Yarra ruckman, tasting premiership success with his new club, St Kilda City. and has been a very, very good player for them today. His duel today with James Head was a real highlight. Mark Tazian has already got an $80 dinner for two down at Amy's Bistro as our player of the day. Now adds a premiership medallion to his takings for the day. Big weekend for him. His wife giving birth to a baby son yesterday. Perry Thompson, a veteran, former East Brighton player, is congratulated and gets his medallion. So a very, very big day for St Kilda City. Ryan Webb. And then Zossen's getting his premiership medallion. Now, I'm not sure. I think he could have been named the Jim Maneely medalist for the best on field. Zossens. And that's little Matty Harris, is it? Getting his medallion. He didn't play today. Well, he's obviously gone up and accepted that on someone's behalf.
No, he was amongst the. Must have been the emergency for the day.
Okay.
But you were right about Ben Zossens, the umpire's award for the best on-ground performance.
Okay, that's why he was up there originally getting the first one.
That's right.
So the presentations still coming. Even trainers now. And she's in tears. They're saying get on your shazza. So we'll say her name, Sharon. Tears of joy. That's great to see. All sharing in this great premiership. See how many medallions have they got down there?
Cast of thousands, cast of thousands.
Hey, the trainers getting premiership medallions.
And the dog.
Brett
What's
Mason.
this one?
Brett Mason and his trusty companion steps up onto that dais. And I think Brett's saying, give it to the dog. Very, very happy Brett Mason. He's been a driving force down there at the Peanut Farm this year and integral to the Saints' success. So St Kilda City Premiers in Division 2 for 2005. Moorabbin Kangaroos Division 3 Premiers, and in Division 1 it's a Balwyn East Brighton Grand Final after East Brighton fell over the line by a solitary point at Springvale in a controversial finish. Don't forget you can catch a wrap-up of all the finals played this afternoon on the Southern Footy Show tomorrow between 11 and 12 with John Kelly, Mark Misson, John Wise and guests. So, all the medallions have gone, have they? They have. No, there's still a few left. So the Saints. Skipper Sean Cotter steps up. And he's about to receive the Premiership Cup. And the traditional throwing of water on the coach. Now we hope they'll turn around and have a look at our main camera at some stage. That's good on you, boys. That's the way.
and it wouldn't be the same. It's the game, it's the game, it's the game. It's the hope and it's the glory, it's the pleasure and the pain. It's the game, it's the game, it's the game.